Okay, guys, so a lot of you will have seen this before, but I just want to share it because I think it's a really fascinating insight into the mind. And if we can understand it a little bit more, it'll probably help you to be in more control of your life in every area. So, we always have these triggering events, these situations that occur. So, in this case, I've signified that with a guy shouting at us. And most people believe that those triggering events lead to an emotion. So, in this case, we feel angry because he's shouting at us, and that those emotions lead straight to a consequence. So, the guy shouted at us, we got angry, and we punched him in the face. So, it was one thing straight to another, to another. A lot of us, those who are perhaps not in prison, probably, believe that there is a stage between this emotion and this action that we follow through with where we can control things. So we decide that although we couldn't do anything about the anger because the guy was shouting at us, we could do something about the consequence in our behavior that results. And this is where our beliefs and our thoughts kick in. So if we believe strongly enough that doing something like that now would lead to greater consequences. It's not worth it to end up in jail, for example, because we don't believe that that's the way we want to live our lives. We think too much about our families. Then those beliefs, those thoughts would kick in, and we choose which thoughts to accept and act upon and which ones not to act upon. So we have control there. Even more important is probably the stage between the triggering event and our emotion, and understanding that we have full control there as well. And we know this is true because if we didn't allow our thoughts and beliefs to kick in between the triggering event and the emotion, we would all display the same emotion to the same events. The guy shouting at me, for example, might not result in me becoming upset, but it might result in some other people becoming really upset. It might not result in me becoming angry. I might decide to laugh at him, but other people would become angry instantly. And that's because of our thoughts and our beliefs and our conditioning. But we have full control over those thoughts as well. So it's worth bearing in mind when we think about things that always make us anxious or stressed, that there is this gap in between that triggering event and that emotion being felt where we have full control over how it affects us. Not just how we act upon it, but actually how we allow it to make us feel. So I hope that that helps some people. And if you want to know a little bit more about it, please feel free to ask. Join in with the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are.